Welcome
Welcome to
to
Shade
Shade
in
in
the
the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Trees.
It's Nellz.
And today we are here to go over
You
the
sound so
as
you sound so like calm when you said that.
oh, thank you. Today we are here to go over the what as Twitter called it last night, the ghetto that is the life after the lockup.
It was given ghetto by the name of the
Oh yeah, because
episode,
this is
Shimmer.
Shimmer.
And
Shimmer
and the
down.
and the fact that they kept on saying, I'm not going to shimmer down.
I'm not gonna shimmer down. All right, y'all. So this is season 5, episode
The
20.
ghetto.
We just want to thank you guys for continuing to allow us to grow and glow. Please continue to share us with your friends. If you haven't already, all of our new viewers and our Shade Squad, make sure you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. I didn't want them, but unfortunately, this is what I got. So
Yay.
Shavel pulls her mother aside to speak with her about disrespecting. And it was so funny. I'm wondering why nobody called me out in the comments or Nellz didn't call me out. I guess she just got tired of correcting me. Because
Quaylon. Yes, I did.
last video, y'all let me kept calling him Quaylon.
I did. I called you out. Maybe you missed it, boo, but I definitely called you out the last.
No, you said it, and then you just let me keep going.
Because I said it and you still did it. So I'm like, okay, well.
Anyway, so she's talking to her mama. She's like, I don't like the fact that you disrespecting Quaylon. And
Okay.
when she's about to marry him. So her mother says Shavel has no problem voicing her opinion when she don't like something. And so she feels like, she's just gonna return the favor. Now her mother asked her if, basically like, do you want me to lie to you? I don't like this. I don't think you should marry him. And, I'm gonna say what and so Shavel's like, I need you to shimmer down. And so her mother's like, I'm not shimmering down
You
for
know what?
anybody.
When she first said it, I thought shimmer is actually what she meant to say. Like, where shimmery
well, not even that. It's my day. I need you to, I get what you're saying. I need you to.
like shimmer down, right?
Right.
Not simmer, but I thought she actually meant to say it. But then when her mom said, I'm not gonna shimmer down, I was like, no, they're just saying.
Y'all really think y'all saying
Right. I was like, no, y'all just saying it
wrong. So basically, Shavel walks away from the conversation. She goes to speak with Quaylon's family again. Quaylon's mom apologizes for engaging in foolishness with her mother. At her bridal shower, she understands that her mother doesn't like Quaylon, and she doesn't like him. And then her mom was on the other side of the room saying, "And I don't like you either." I said, "Wow." If it was really giving hood bridal shower. So Quaylon's sister then chimes in and tries to check Shavel's mom. Shavel's mom is upset that Shavel is letting her speak to her that way and tells Quaylon's sister to put some respect on her name. Now hear me out, because there was a lot of differing opinions last night. A lot of people felt like Shavel was wrong for not checking Quaylon's sister for talking, like addressing her mom. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I wasn't a part of that agreement, but I did see the argument that they were like, how would you let your mother, somebody talk to your mother like that? Opinions?
I don't agree with that either. I didn't think that the sister was being disrespectful. Like she said, I didn't curse at you. I'm not.
And I'm protecting my mother at that
Exactly. What happened was we were here having a private conversation. You interjected and you're attacking my brother. You're attacking my mother. And I'm trying to defend them both. My brother's not here to defend himself or stand up to you. Okay.
Right.
And my mother has already gone back and forth with you. So now I am stepping in. Why should Shavel step in? You are the one that brought your ass over here into our conversation and constantly attacking my brother and my mother. So
Right.
no, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, then
Her mother needs to shimmer down.
Right. So then she tells her, basically she tells Quaylen's sister that she'll give her the whooping that her mama should have gave her. And I said, oh, she's out here being real disrespectful. So then they're trying to separate the two.
There's no protecting that. There's no standing up for that mess.
No, right. So Shabella's upset that all of this is going down in front of Maela. Quaylen walks into the mess and takes Shabella out and the little girl outside. Meanwhile, I just felt, I will say, if I was Chevelle, I think I would have been more overwhelmed that, like she said, all this is going in my daughter. And she's just like, this is a show. Like, that would have been it for me. But at the same time, I think your daughter tried to tell you that this might not be a good idea either. So Quaylen walks into the mess and
It really seemed like Maela wasn't there for most of it.
But she was there for a good significant part.
Listen, I get that you don't want
I don't know, maybe it's editing, but it seemed like she was there for a good
part. Listen, I get that you don't want your daughter to see that, but it was given like that was an excuse. Because she started walking back after all that. I saw like when she was in the hallway walking back, all that stuff. What you really want to do is tell your mom to shut the up. Okay, that's really what you want to do. Okay, but instead of coming across to her like that and saying that, what you're going to tell her is, oh, you're doing all this stuff in front of my daughter, you need to shimmer down.
Well, meanwhile, while they're outside and Quaylen is like, we got to rethink this whole thing. And Shavel and his sister, or Shavel's mom and his sister are still going at it. So Quaylen's mom finally comes out, talks to Shavel again, apologizes again, and basically says she ain't come to the wedding. She says she's going to remove herself because she doesn't want to be responsible for ruining her day. She says she doesn't want to be a part of the toxicity. I said, well, shout out for somebody having some sense in this group of people.
It was, it was given, I don't know. I felt partly that it was genuine and partly that I just want to seem like I'm the good mom on either side. And I'm the one that's willing to make peace.
Kudos to looking like the mama with the most sense. I'm not mad at it.
That's really what it was.
So Quaylen says that, he don't know if her mom gonna be there, period. Shavel asked her mother if Quaylen and her, can speak with her. She tries to talk sense into her one more time. And, she tells her mother that she's disappointed all this happened, like I said, in front of Maela. Ask her to try to be cordial. And her mother is not remorseful at all. And basically said it is her fault. Because basically they were talking to her and be like, well, look at all of your actions and the things that you're doing and the things that you're saying. And yes, it is kind of like you're to blame for this. And so she's like, and even if it is my fault, she's addressing Quaylen like, well, what are you gonna do? I was like, oh, she's
like, she wanted to fight.
Right. And so Shavel is like just trying to understand. And she's like, I just want things to be good. And so she gets up, walks away, and he's like, we need to remove the problem, which is clearly her mama. And then her mother continues to host her bridal shower with her cousins and her people. Hey, girl, and act like all is okay. And this is my cousin. I like it, like it was a whole family reunion. And I said, her mammy ain't okay. And I see.
You know what? I'm not against.
Not only did you inherit bad wigs, but don't inherit her bad behavior. Don't inherit her bad behavior.
I'm not against her mother feeling how she feels against Quaylen, because Quaylen does, he did his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you want to protect your daughter because you feel some type of way because he hurt your daughter. Right.
But if she's accepting,
but this is the choice that she made.
Right.
For her and her family. Yes, you can talk to Shavel about it. That don't mean make an ass of yourself and tell everybody at the damn party and, oh, I don't support this, and just, oh, I don't like it. Like, that is doing too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if Shavel came and expressed to you how she felt about your dudes in the past, she expressed it to you. Okay, now to me, the mom is being super disrespectful.
No, her mother is I mean, X, Twitter, whatever y'all want to call it, said it best. It was ghetto. It was ghetto.
The ghetto.
It was.
All right. I don't care. I like Lindsey. Yeah, she's one of my faves. So it's
I like Lindsey before. Well, no, I still like Lindsey. I just feel like she's so dead set on her goals. She's ignoring every flag there is. And
I feel like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna say, I feel like that's always been Lindsey. That's always been Lindsey.
Okay.
That's always who
But
she's
we need
been.
her to change because now she got Miley Grace. We got things
You
going
know,
on.
I listen, I can tell you from firsthand experience, it's hard when you have your mind set on a goal. You
I
don't
get
really
it.
see,
I get
you
it.
don't really see the outside noise. You are focused in, you are honed in, okay? But I like Lindsey. I like Lindsey. Okay. I know her history. I like Lindsey. So yes, we pick up where we left off. Lindsey and Blaine are still going at it. He explains that basically he's tired of being treated like caca. Okay. And you know, he basically feels like she's treating him less than a man.
Can I just say, hold on. My notes say Blaine feels like he's doing everything but working. And Lindsey is not appreciating because we have to mention that Blaine ain't really working. So when he went down that list of things, I said, women do that. The fact that she's still doing some of those things and she goes to work, bro, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay.
It's giving I could really just marry myself,
Right.
husband and wife.
Right.
Um, he feels like, you know, he has to keep these things bottled up. She feels like she ain't never asked him to do that. And really, she's like, you know what? I don't really have any more to give. Okay. I don't know what to do to make you happy. Okay. But not only am I working, I'm doing everything around the house. I don't have this energy to give to you right now. Okay. Then Lindsey and Miley, they went wedding dress shopping. She's super excited. When she went to try on her first dress, she came out and really everybody was kind of underwhelmed, to say the least. Okay. Miley and
That's
her
a great
grandmother,
word. I couldn't figure it out, but that was it.
they were
Underwhelmed.
underwhelmed. Yes. That's why there's two of us. Then Miley and her grandmother were just sitting there, you know, like, you know, it's nice. Miley was kind of in her phone, like, I'm gonna take some selfies. You know,
Right. Because girl,
oh,
I
I
don't
look
want to
right
be
now.
here. This is a look, Miley was sitting here. This is a waste of time.
My damn time. Look, I got practice in a few. Why am I
But
even
even
here?
when Lindsey put her in the car, it was like, we going to dress. She was like, for what? Why are we still doing this? Didn't I tell you that this
This is a
don't make no
bad
sense?
idea.
If he didn't ask you, you don't think that makes sense? And you know what's so funny? It makes me think, we'll get there. Remind me of my thought. We'll get there.
So she gets in the dressing room and she says that she doesn't really feel like anybody is happy for her. Her friend reassures her, yes, girl, everybody's happy for you. We are happy for you. That you got somebody to promise to hold you down for 40 years.
Mm.
Okay. Now Miley's sitting out with her grandmother, and you know, she wants to know how things are going, you know, that you've been living with your mom. She said basically they're going fine. She gets to spend a lot of time with her mom. But she said that they fight all the time. Like
This wasn't just one little
all
slip up.
all the time. Okay. And she said, then he want to come in there, vent to me, tell me all the BS about my mom. Like, this is some stuff I want to hear.
Right.
Like, really, like, even though my door is closed, like, I hear it already. But then after the fight is over, you want to come talk to me about my mama that I love so dearly. Okay. So, you know, she's like, she apparently she didn't tell her mama. All right. Her grandmother says that these are things that happen with her as well. She said, you know, Blaine has pulled me to the
Said,
side.
child, you too. You too.
Right. He come and tell me too.
But
Okay.
and I don't know about you, I think the trigger for a lot of people was the fact that you're going into her room at night to go.
I'm
I
not,
think that
first of
was a
all,
big trigger
let
for
me
a
tell you
lot of
something.
people.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw the preview, before I knew what happened, it already like had me feeling some type of way when I saw on the camera that he was going in her room. I was like, hold up,
Right, right,
what is going on here?
right.
Okay. Um, and it's horrible to say, but I'm glad he was just going there to vent to
To
her.
vent, but
To
even
vent,
still,
but
that's
still,
still
it's still inappropriate. It's you know what I mean? But it's the less of the two evils. Okay.
right, right.
So then Lindsey went to go try on some more dresses. And she wasn't getting a response she was looking for. So she said, she's like, yo, what's going on? What's going on right here? The energy is off. Tell me what's really up. So basically, Miley let her know that after their fight the other night, you know, Blaine came in the room and basically she complained about her and you know how she's miserable. I'm sorry, how he's miserable, how she's basically just this horrible person. Okay. So she's like, why didn't you tell me? Miley, like, why you ain't check the cameras? That's what you got him for. And you know, Lindsey's like, you know, she doesn't check the cameras all the time, but really, in a way, I feel Miley in this instance. You know, I'm just moving in with you. I don't know this man. You hardly know this man. You've been locked up. Yeah, you know each other, but
You check on the cameras to see him sleeping in a room.
exactly. You know, y'all used to get high together, and you know what I mean? You don't really know him. You should be
Right.
checking cameras, even if I didn't come to you. You know what I mean? So she did. She checked the cameras and she found that Blaine was talking clean, smooth about her.
And then what's so crazy is if you're Blaine, knowing the cameras were there and you still talk. That's why I said, why
Because
are
he knows
you?
she don't check them.
But that's why I said last review recap, I said, this is why it was stupid. I understand what you're saying. She's not winning or gaining anything, but she's the one that wants to marry him, not the other way around. That's why I said she was stupid for talking that she did to him last episode, because I was like, he already doesn't want to marry you. So now you're just adding on top of that, I mean, he's just trying to find a way out, an
You know
easy
what?
way out of saying it versus hurting your feelings.
This is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem with women, period. Okay. Women will have men in their life that actually want them, want to marry them, want to give them the world, and they don't want that. Okay. They want the love that they have to work hard as hell for. They want the love that they have to struggle for. They want the love that they have to kiss ass for. Okay. Because Miley has had, I'm sorry, not Miley. Lindsey has had people in her life that was willing to give her the world.
Deontay.
Okay. Not even just him, the older dude, like she's had people in her life that was willing to give her the world. Okay. But because she's so broken, okay, she wants the struggle love. And I don't mean struggle financially. I mean struggle that she has to beg for the love in return. You are giving out all this love and you want to beg for love. That's why she's so obsessed with this man. That's why she wants to marry him so bad, because she has to beg for his love in return. She has to beg him to marry her. But she didn't have that in the past and she didn't want that. And this is where Miley's coming from. Are you sure that this is who you want to marry? Because he made it clear this is not what he wants. You're literally asking him to marry you. So for me,
But that's why I was saying she's the one that wants it. So it doesn't make sense. Unless she's having an internal battle with herself, because like you said, she realizes he don't really want to do this and he's only doing this because I asked him to do it. And maybe that's what she's going through. But that's why I was like, it doesn't make sense for her to keep going at him and going to shop for wedding dresses, but you need to get yourself out of going to prison. That's what we talked about that on Twitter last night. Things aren't adding up. Storyline wise, things aren't
I'm
adding
confused
up.
as to what she thinks is going to take place if she was to get locked up, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, or 40 years. If he's not working now and not holding down the household now, what are you expecting to happen once you get locked up?
Right.
And I think that's why I have a soft spot in my heart for Lindsey, because I know she's broken. I know she's broken. I know she's a broken woman. I listen. I know all this about her. I still love Lindsey. It is what it is. Judge me if you.
Go ahead and free yourself.
She's still my boo. I still love Lindsey. It is what it is. She's fighting for love. It's struggle love, but it is what it is. Okay. But her little 16-year-old daughter. She's 16.
Yeah, Miley Grace.
Miley Grace tried to tell her she clearly can see better than she can. She's in her rose-colored glasses. So basically, Miley explains to her that he's been talking smooth about her, okay? Then tells her to check the cameras. She goes and see it on the cameras, and I actually felt bad because Miley, of course, she doesn't want this wedding to happen, but she doesn't want her mom to be hurt either. So she saw while she's watching the video, all like basically her hopes and dreams leave her face. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, literally, just like
that
her
must have been rough, but you know what? I'm with Miley. I had to do it. And you know what? As I
it
said,
needed to be done.
there's more people on this show that need friends like that, okay? That just need to cut the cord and just be like, look, this is what it is, okay? I need you to face the truth, Joy and her friends.
Joy doesn't have good friends.
Right. I said that on Twitter. You don't have real friends because nobody would
Nobody wants to rip your heart out, but even if they don't suggest or ask questions like to make you even think or reconsider, like, because nobody wants to completely just
right.
he's a
But no, a
complete.
real friend got to tell you, like, nah, baby, no, I can't let you, especially with Sway being involved. That's why I'm just like, you ain't got no real friends for real.
So basically, yes. So Lindsey, she watched the video and she saw all the stuff. Oh, he's miserable. She's like, if I'm miserable, why am I doing all this? You know what I mean? So she apologized to Miley for putting her in this situation. This woman was so upset. She asked her grandmother to take Miley to practice because she couldn't do it. Then she walked outside in the dress. Like even the attendants was like, did she just leave the store in the dress? Like, look, we know she ain't going nowhere because the cameras are still here. Somebody gonna pay for this. Okay.
Right.
But the fact, look, somebody gonna have to pay a cleaning fee or something because you just walked outside in a whole white wedding dress onto the
Right.
street. This is what we don't do, okay? But then he first of all, then it would have pissed me even off. I ain't gonna lie. I would have blew up the phone because I called you. I'm pissed off. I called you and you sent me the voicemail. I went straight to voicemail, sir. I'm not leaving you no voicemail. What I'm doing is blowing up your line. But she left a voicemail. Okay. She basically let him.
No, that's old toxic. No.
What's toxic?
No, I said that's old toxic Nellz that would continue to call you and blow up your line. That's not the new person that
Oh, guess
you.
what? I'm new and improved, but she's still down here somewhere. She
Well,
okay.
deep down inside.
Right inside.
In my heart.
In my heart. She there, okay? She can come right back up. All right. Look, I know, but don't push me, okay?
You're stupid.
All right. But basically she let him know on the voicemail that
She got real gangster with the voicemail.
that she would never leave, okay? Because she pulling up, all right. You pulling up. That basically this ain't something you can come back from. Okay. You done messed up. This ain't something you can come back from. She ain't really give no details, but I'm sure they're gonna have it out. I don't know.
In the
Lindsey.
previews, he was like, I got you. I want to one up you, y'all here and other people. I said, woo.
Wait, what?
You
Wait,
didn't
what?
see the preview? He accused her of a married man.
While they was together? Or just in general?
Yeah, like I'm assuming that's what he's saying. He was like, you out here, I don't know. They just show in the clip in the preview.
Maybe that's what she getting extra money for. Listen, when I tell you I love Lindsey, I don't care. She
But
can't do
you
no
don't care.
wrong.
You love her flaws and all.
I love her flaws and so guess what? If she doing it to make a, you know what? I bet she doing it to make up for the little bit of money you ain't put up for the rent, sir. Okay? I don't care.
Here we go with I want them to be my favorite.
I love this scene.
Britney and Kerok. So Britney and Kerok
I loved it.
Are on you know what's so funny? So what I wrote last night is I said I love these moments between Kerok and Britney, but then when you think back to last week, it makes it hard because it's so.
Well, no. No. When I say I love this scene, it wasn't necessarily about Britney and Kerok. It was the family, and it was the acceptance, and it was
I understand.
and it was and for me, you know what? It was the cousin. No, I'm sorry, the uncle. He was like, she's such a Christian, she would accept. And I think a lot of Christians, and I'm not super Christian, okay, so y'all don't get on me in the comments, but I think a lot of Christians forget thou shalt not judge.
Right.
So I don't understand how it can be this, oh, because you're this or you're this type of person or you do this, I have the right to be above you. I have the right to not accept you. What the hell happened to thou shalt not judge?
Okay. So now they're on the way to her grandma's house. She apologizes to Kerok. Why? I don't know. But admits that families are like a touchy subject for her. And I was just so proud of her for taking accountability, but I was like, I wouldn't apologize to that name. Like I would have identified that might have been a trigger for me, but that goes to show that's what I'm saying. Like they're not equally yoked because at least
I think that was more she did apologize, but I think that's what it was. She was just
taking accountability.
Exactly. Like, okay, this is a trigger for me. And probably because she snapped a little bit, like she's like, yes, I'm taking accountability. I snapped on you. If anything, really should probably been production. Right. I snapped on you, but you know what I mean? Because let's not get this twisted. Kerok does do his stuff, but I for the first time I felt the nudging was more production.
Okay.
For
Okay.
the first time, that was the first time I actually ever felt it. It was like, yeah, I know this is pissing her off, da, da, da. But then when he went back to the bathroom door and still, I was like, that was the first time I actually felt production.
Okay. So she gets emotional when she finally gets there, embracing her abuela because she hasn't seen her in 6 years. Her abuela tells Kirok that his, he's family, which makes him obviously more comfortable because he was a little nervous when he got there. They talk about her mother, and her grandmother says that she's crazy. I don't know what's wrong with my daughter. She talks about how her mother pretended Brittany was in college the whole time she was in jail. And when she asked to call her, she would tell her that Brittany doesn't have enough money to pay her phone bill. So her phone is always off, which is terrible. And then once she learned the truth, obviously she was very upset. So Brittany says that, she moved in with her grandmother when she was 16 and she realized that her life was going downhill and she hated Virginia. Can't blame the girl. And then her mother made her come back, after she graduated and she went to prison shortly after. So her grandmother didn't know she was in jail until 2 or 3 months before she got out. Her uncle shows up. I didn't get his name. But she's worried about how he'll receive Kirok because I'm assuming that's her mother's brother or whatever. So he asked Brittany to talk outside, and they leave Abuela inside with Kirok. And I do appreciate. Well, I guess because he had no choice, but I do appreciate Kirok trying to, he over there using a translator while he in there by himself with Abuela. Like, okay,
Mhm.
so this is what I want. I thought that was really
I
cute.
thought it was even cute on the ride over there. She's like, teaching him word like phrases, and
Right.
he's like, trying to get it or whatever. I thought it was cute.
Yeah. Like I said, we do a lot of 90 Day Fiance.
It was definitely given that he
We
wanted to
see
give it.
people who don't care to try, okay?
Yes, it was given that he wanted to make a good impression.
Right. Brittany is talking to her uncle about her engagement. He asked about her father. Was it her father? Yeah, and she tells him how he stood her and Kirok up on Father's Day, I believe it was, because her mother really doesn't accept him. Her uncle tells her that if her mother wants to live the way she believes, then basically she needs to accept him because, as Nellz was saying, she's a Christian, and at the end of the day, God loves all, so you need to love and accept all. And he assures her that he's gonna be at her wedding and says that their doors are always open to her, which I thought was really sweet and beautiful. They go back into the house, and then her cousin Anthony comes out, who hasn't seen her in a long time as well, so that was really cute. He says he's proud of Brittany and is welcoming Kirok to the family. Her grandmother decides that they should take a picture and send it to her mother to make her jealous, and I thought that I was like, grandma is spiteful.
Petty, she's petty.
Right. And so her grandma is not clear why her daughter doesn't accept Brittany. Um, and then she brings up them moving out there and tells Kirok, hey, HVAC is popping out here. Kirok says, although generous, this is what I didn't like. He has his own family problems as well. And of course, it always goes back to Kirok. And I don't know. I just,
Um, we need to take into account the detriment of his family problems.
I just don't think you can hang around like somebody's sobriety can't be dependent on you
I'm
being.
not even just talking about the sobriety. I'm talking about his mom too. I'm talking about the mom and the brother. His sobriety and the mother isn't she like going through cancer or something?
I thought she was over there. Get into the.
Teresa's face.
She continues to disappoint me, and Twitter agreed with me, y'all. Twitter agreed. It was real
You
hot.
should have been disappointed from numero uno, but that was not the case. This was your girl, Joynomi.
I thought she was gonna turn and walk away, y'all, and she said no.
Ciao, bye. It's Redd and Joy. So Redd is in Missouri. He had his friend and his wife,
Six.
Six, yes, pick him up. I don't
First
know.
of all, let's talk about how what you're not gonna do is put me in the back seat for your homeboy.
She got out the listen. There was so many when we if we want to talk about red flags,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
there was
Oh,
so many as far even their relationship.
oh
Okay.
yeah, oh yeah. I got those.
So
I got
so
those all in my notes.
yeah, so the getting in the back seat was probably just the tip of the iceberg. Okay.
Right. That was
Um
the start where you knew something was wrong.
Now apparently this guy Sticks is somebody that he was locked up with the entire time. They were even transferred together. So they go hang out and they meet up with the friend. I got
Little D.
Little D. Okay, I know it was D something. That's who introduced him to Joy. He said he was
I
trying to look
said,
out.
ain't the world small?
Why?
Because I guess Little D was locked up with him too.
That's the one. No, they just hang. No, the world ain't small. They just hanging out with their old inmate friends.
Oh.
They was just all locked up together, girl. That's the crew.
Oh.
That's the crew.
Oh.
That's all. That's the crew. They
I
just
thought these were like all friends that went to jail and then they're like,
yeah, no. They was in jail together and then they hung out once they got out. That's it. That's all. They
Oh,
out and they hanging out. Okay.
okay.
So yeah, Lil D was like, yeah, I was just trying to look out for him, I wanted to hook him up with somebody or put some money on his books, basically, so he could be a scammer.
I found him a sucker.
Exactly. And Red said that, he did it about 18 months and then he fell in love with Joy. Are you though? Okay. So then they talk about how, Red has been arguing all the time with this girl. And, it's mainly about the pictures that he showed her. And he says, it makes him feel pretty petty. Like he want to get petty. And, he's like, I know you've been liking pictures. Look, what I thought he was about to say was, I got pictures and you got a whole baby. Okay.
Well,
Let's
now
not.
I will say a lot of people on, and I don't agree with this, but a lot of people on the Twitter felt like Joy can't say about Red until he cheats on her 3 times to equate for the fact that she has had a whole baby on him.
I like that.
And I said, I don't agree with that narrative, but I know some people might like it.
I do. No. 3 people and bring home a baby. Then we even.
Don't do toxic relationships. Don't do them.
I ain't saying I would. I'm just saying what'll make you even, okay? I don't do the even. I just leave. All right. I ain't got to leave.
Look, growth.
I just leave. I ain't got to be even. I'm just saying what'll make it even.
Oh.
That'll make it even. Okay. Then, first of all, the girlfriend, Stick's girlfriend's like, no, it depends on what type of pictures you send in or what type of pictures you got. Da, 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 da.
Sticks feel like he need to be able to live his life.
Not to me. It don't matter what type of pictures you got, whether they're naked, whether they're clothes. Why you got pictures? Why you got pictures? Wait, we don't need no pictures. I'm here.
Right.
She's here. If you had pictures while you was locked up, I did some things while you was locked up. You did some things while you was locked up, and that's all over with now. That should be gone. Just like these three dudes is gone. I mean, I got a baby from one of them, but these 3 dudes is gone. Them pictures need to be gone. Okay. Or at least 3 of them. So, he tried basically, his friend Sticks tries to take up for him, talking about how, he needs to take time for himself and learn things about himself. His girlfriend stepped up real quick and she's like, no. Once you're in a relationship, 2 become 1. Okay. And shut all of that down. And he's just like, it's giving, he's not a winner, boo. It sounds like birds of a feather flock together, boo. It sounds like you need to leave too. You enjoy. All right. So back at the house, what's this girl name? Joy. She's freaking out because before he left, he said, oh, I'm definitely coming back because I ain't even taking my PS5 with me. But she can't find his PS5 nowhere. It's nowhere to be found.
I love what I saw last night. Said, imagine your relationship resting upon whether there's a PS5 in your house or not.
So Red feels like he has some thinking to do about whether he even wants to go back or he's staying. Sir, it's free living. We know you're going back. And it's coochie on demand.
He want his family back. Gotta find my way back.
No, it's coochie on demand. It's free living. And you don't have to worry about nobody.
Like that coochie.
And Red was out with his sister and his cousin, and he let them know that,
That's Erica.
Yes, Erica. You got the sister's name? Because I don't remember her name either.
No, I don't.
Trisha's like, the only one that's new here is Erica, so I'm gonna just get Erica's name.
Disgruntled sister in the back.
And he let them know that he proposed to Joy, which they think is a huge step, especially for somebody that still talks to other women.
Alive. Time is all that I need.
That's all. That's all I'm asking for your whole lifetime.
And to settle down and give you all of me. Hey,
Let me ask how,
I know Red is not really giving that, but you know.
dudes like to say this when they old as hell. Yeah, I'm ready to settle down. You know, sir.
He said, I'm 30.
That's because you was out here in these streets all this, but Red is actually not really to settle down. When dudes are actually ready to settle down, they be old as hell after they done in these streets.
Yeah.
Okay. Red saying he ready to settle down and buying popcorn rings and still out here messing with Casper. It's just talk. Okay, it's just talk. So Joy, she's back home talking to her sisters, talking about how, she hasn't heard from Red since he left. Okay, and he don't got no return ticket.
And
Everything.
the PlayStation 5.
Well, she ain't say that.
She ain't telling that because if your good girlfriends would have told you, girl, he gone.
He gone for good. He gone for good.
On that midnight train to Georgia.
And she says, everything was just kind of finalized last minute. It's giving. They didn't show it on camera because Red might have smartened up, but it's giving. He had somewhere to be. Why were you meeting at the hotel? Why did Six pick you up from the hotel? I'm just confused. Why he pick you up from the airport?
Oh, because maybe Mama said you can't come back in my house after.
I don't believe that.
I think well, you know what? I'm not even gonna put that out there, but it was funny because I'm gonna just say this. Don't put it in the comments, Shade Squad. But go visit our friends on Starcasm. We were having lovely conversations on Twitter. But if you know about Red's mama. And some people felt like maybe that's why she's no longer, that's why they
show.
Yeah. Allegedly. I
don't know. It was giving he stayed in the hotel because he wanted his privacy. But you're supposed to be there. But you're supposed to be there visiting your family. Who else is your family besides your mama? So basically, he did call her. She sent his ass straight to voicemail. Okay. He left her message letting her know that he misses her.
Family.
And he misses his family. And he's on the next thing smoking out of there.
Home to you. Get that love ready, hold steady.
I love that song, but not. I love that old Trey song.
I love that old Trey.
That's with this scene, absolutely
That's not what Ray was giving.
I cannot. That's not what it was giving. That's not what it was giving at all. It was giving, I know that she's fed up because I haven't called her. She hasn't called me. She ain't check in. She ain't see what the hell I'm doing. She ain't worried about me. So is on her way out. So I need to hit her up and manipulate her again. Yeah. So then when Red got back home, Joy said, they have a lot to talk about. She made a checklist and said she needs trust, honesty from him. She needs him to be a provider and she needs to feel appreciated. He said, I work on each one of those every day. Each one of those a day. She was like, well, the first two is the most important. I need those like immediately.
Now.
So he was like, oh, you need trust and honesty immediately? Well, you know what? I got a confession then. Because I'm going to give you what you want.
Just because I said all I can say, my chick going to.
She ain't even on the side because apparently he didn't like her sex and she didn't like his either because she ain't answering his phone calls. So basically, he let her know last time when they was in the hotel and, they had an argument, he stormed out. He met her with some woman and had sex with her.
Justine and Michael. Now, I'm not going to be so nice, okay? We're just going to get it started, all right?
Why you holding your fan so tight?
I'm ready.
I need to hold my fan too.
Thing 1 and thing 2 aren't dressed in matching outfits today, so the kids know that there's some tension, right? He asked Justine if her son is upset and if that's why he's not there to enjoy this little lunch dinner that they're having, and Justine tells him, he likes to do his own thing. So then his mama, Maria, calls, right? And he tells her about what happened with the parole and how they not going to be able to leave. So his mom thinks it would be a good idea for her and the kids to come for the summer. Then Justine, even after he asked for privacy, walks her happy ass out there anyway. Yes. And she's like, hey, what's up? So he's like, Mama, let me get off the phone because this bitch clearly don't listen. So, okay, let me talk to her. So he says, hey, Justine, my mama want to come down. I know she a little crazy, but she want to come down with the kids for the summer, help you with the baby, whatever. Justine's like, nigga, we about 5 seconds from a hotel, our damn selves. And then he's like, well, the landlord let us extend the lease. And she's like, yeah, for like $1 million. We know you're exaggerating, but you ain't got it. So anyway, so then he's like, oh, well, I just hope everything's okay because, Justine's basically still mad at my ass right now. And I know my mama really don't with her. And I just hope that they ain't got no issues. And then Michael's and the kids and the mama arrive. And, she pulls Justine to the side and, ask her how she's feeling. And she's like, I'm just happy I was able to get my doctor to, reroute the appointment, fit me back in and schedule. And so Maria lets her know that she's not there to cause any problems. And she said, I think we're right. I think we're there on good terms. And I am literally for right now. So Melody, let me just say it before, okay? Melody then tells her father, I don't even want to call him her father. Melody tells this POS that she wants to move to Vegas with him. And Michael then tells her that he doesn't want to leave her with her little brothers, I guess, Mason and Michael, because, she's the surrogate parent and he's not there. So he wants her to do what he can, even though she still needs to be parenting her damn self. Go ahead, let it off in the comments. Because I'm mad.
That what he said was he did not disagree with her moving there. I couldn't. It was backwards. What he didn't disagree with her moving there. What he said was he's worried about Mason because he kind of looks up to her like a mother figure. I guess they have the mother, but
that's not her problem as a sister. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, no. He's not saying it's her problem as a sister, but of course it's going to hurt her and make her feel some type of way if Mason feels some type of way. So he's telling her to consider that. He's telling her to consider Mason's feelings because I'm not saying I'm against it. What I'm saying is Mason is going to feel some type of way if you leave. And I know how you two are close to Mason. I know how close you are to Mason and how close Mason is to you.
Caping for these motherfuckers. Okay. Me and all of Twitter.
Look, I need the noise.
You stupid. Me and all of Twitter have been grilling Justine and Michael's ass all last night. Okay. They have been barbecued, and she is the only person that can come up with an excuse for this terrible ass parenting that they are doing. Okay. That is what you call caping. Okay.
Guess what?
That is what you call caping.
Guess what? Treese has shown that she loves bad parenting, and they're not even acting.
He said that, he wants
look, that was to me. Look, to me.
Right. So he asked her, basically if she thinks her mom, will be on board. And she's like, yeah, I'll get mama on board. And then he's like, well, basically, all right, I'm gonna try to do it, but don't say nothing to Justine, because I like lying to her and keeping things from her as long as I possibly can.
What he said, you can't even open the fan correctly, goddamn it.
What he said is, I like lying to Justine.
What he said was,
let's keep it to her from as long as possible until she have the baby, because once she get it out of her, it'll be okay. So then we could drop it on her.
Yes, she's a pregnant woman. She's already going through a lot. She hasn't even got past the fact we can't even leave PA. We'll give it to her in bits and pieces. Everybody looks out for the pregnant woman.
I'm gonna need y'all, if you think Michael is a parent, please drop a 2 in the comments. Even if you don't normally comment, just drop a 2 in the comments for me so I know that y'all hear what I'm saying. That's all you gotta do. Just drop a 2, and we're gonna see if he's not, drop a 1. Drop a 1. We ain't even got to argue. We ain't even got to tussle. Just a 1 or a 2. 1 is Nellz side, 2 is mine. and we'll see. Just drop a 1 or a 2. I appreciate y'all.
You're the worst.
Bless her heart. Bless.
Next up is Shawn and Sara. Okay.
She gonna go cape for them too.
I don't like Shawn.
Oh, okay.
I've never liked Shawn, so there will be no caping here. So Sarah's aggravated because she's cleaning her tummy tuck scars while Shawn is trying to take her to learn how to drive a tow truck. She's like, "Sir, do you see the condition I'm in?"
I just want to say, and I think I'm not saying this, but the Twitter exverse said that looked more like a shark bite than tummy tuck.
It looked infected to me. Basically, she really feels like she's in no condition to be learning how to drive no tow truck, but she's like, you know what? I love him. Okay, so she went along with it. Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's infected. I don't know. It just didn't make sense.
It could have been the way she was cleaning it and then touching it after she cleaned it with her dirty ass hands. That's what it was giving me. So basically, she said, you know, it actually feels good to be working for the first time since she's been out of prison, because no amount of money is worth the 6 years that she served. So after she got the car on the truck, they hopped in, you know, then the truck starts beeping and she's like, what the? To me, this means more repairs need to be done. He said that they both spent about $20,000 on the truck and her body. And she's like, dude, that's money we saved. What you're not about to do is throw in my damn face my $20,000, okay, that I don't spend versus your $20,000 that's going down the damn drain, okay? So now he's ready to get a loan on another truck. And she said at this point, she's ready to take him off her credit cards as an authorized user because she can't trust him financially because he's ready to get them in some more debt. Shawn got a call from Kelly that he completely ignored. Sara said it just makes her skin crawl when this girl calls his phone. She said at one point, you know, after the wedding, they was cool, but then she felt like she was being manipulated by her. I'm sorry. And Shawn was just sending her money constantly. Apparently, there was one text that she got about her phone being off, and she's like, dude, why am I worried? Why does Shawn need to be worried about your phone bill being paid? It ain't for the kids. He need to get the kids' phone bill. Why are we worried about your phone bill? So they pull over and Shawn let her know that, you know, she's been hitting him up about money. And Sara says she's not really having it, okay? They send her about $1,000 a month for the kids. Most of them are grown. She feels like Kelly benefits from most of the money. And she said she refuses to take care of his ex-girlfriend. Now, Shawn said what she doesn't know for the past few months, Sara thinks that he's been sending Kelly money.
He ain't been sending her nothing.
He ain't been sending her nothing, zero.
And
Zero. Okay.
You knew he had all these kids, regardless of whether they're over the age of 18 or not. If they say that now, maybe she shouldn't be asking for it. Maybe his kids need to go ask directly.
That's the problem. That's the problem. They're not asking for it directly because it's benefit. I've always felt like it was benefiting Kelly.
Oh,
I've always felt that way. But it was also not an issue either. It's never been an issue for him to send Kelly money. She's never had a problem getting money from him. So now she's calling him because this is something new. That's my thing. That's what I'm saying. He's been where he was able to do what he needed to do financially for his kids, take care of his stuff. Maybe, you know, the entrepreneurship is just not for him. Okay. Right. Maybe he just needs to go back to work. Okay. So basically he said that he's scared to let Sara know that he hasn't sent this girl no money because she thinks the money that he's been taking out his account was to send to Kelly, but it wasn't. It was to get the truck fixed. And now he don't want to sell her because she will definitely not buy another truck. That makes logical sense. That makes sense. Sir, if you're spending all this money, even the money that you're supposed to be spending on your kids to get the truck fixed, why would you even want to buy another truck?
That makes sense.
And you got this truck for free. You got,
it's a free truck?
I believe so. I feel like last episode he was saying that it was a gift. It was given to him. Like that's why they couldn't turn it down. It was like, okay, we can get in this business. So if it was given to you and you spent all this money,
free.
you spent all this money on a free truck. Now you want to get another truck that could have the same issues and pay for the truck loan and for repairs? Sir, you sound crazy. You sound crazy.
I love that Sarah got all the good credit that he's trying to use.
Because she's been locked up for so long, girl. She basically like a new person coming here.
Coming into the world. A whole new world.
Right? She's been gone for God knows how long. She's brand new. She smack on ass. She a brand new baby child.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another review of the life that comes after the lockup. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all, we'll catch you next week for another review of the life that happens after the lockup. Have a good night. Have a great week. Bye-bye.